Don't judge me. I just wish he knew. That's just like you.
Hey, what's going on, people? What's going on, people? As you already know, man, it is the six-man combo. It is Thursday afternoon. As ATL Leo says, the AFN cult of the Brotherlands Courts. I am your host, K Styles, aka the Sixth Man.
Just like Mussolini
And Kennedy.
Oh, the golden personality.
And as you hear that, if you hear that voice in the background, you know that is Mad Mike Sports.
I be on it all day. I be on it all day.
I be on it all night. I'm there all day. Straight up. Pick if you want me, you can find me in the hey. And also joining us this evening, you already know him. He is the Joker. It is Mr.
Big Mike,
Tactician,
stop cussing,
aka
all right?
Juan.
They can hear you on the show. Stop cussing, Big Mike.
Dance on your face.
Bands will make us dance. Bands will make them dance.
Are you saying fans will make them dance? Because that's what they doing for fans, dancing.
Probably.
Probably. Look. It's a bye week for the Falcons. You know, people kind of have. You know how it is when you see a team going into a bye week after a dub. A lot of people are happy about that. I mean, hey, it is what it is. So before we get started, man, give a shout out to a boy D Sloan. We got Mr. 58, Jam in the building, A137. Like you said, Leo, Keyshawn. They got my girl Sonya.
Hey, girl.
There you go. So, fellas, how we doing this evening? I know we kind of pushed the show back about 15, 20, 30 minutes, about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all good. So, fellas, how y'all doing this evening?
Can you play one music to his show real quick? His theme.
Oh, okay.
You said what?
Can you play Warren's theme? Just play the intro.
Oh, play the intro?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's do that for
Public service announcement. We know what you did.
Gotta love it when chess comes together.
Yes, that's
Why such the request, Mike?
We have, you know how that movie is, the Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
We have eyes and ears everywhere. Just so you know,
Niggas, we can see you.
We can see you.
So what you trying to say? Somebody watching on here, you just letting them know that we can see you?
Yes, sir. We know what you did.
Yeah. We know what you've been doing.
What you gonna say? They gonna find that part and they gonna clip it to try to make it seem like something that it ain't.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's all good. But like I said, we go ahead this show. We gonna talk about this Kyle Pitts situation. The main thing is what's y'all thoughts on how he's been so far.
I love this.
Wait. Hold on. ATL Leo, I'm gonna need you to put another 9 on there. 129.99.
Hell, feeling on your mood.
I can't get nobody the street discount.
That ain't that's some groping. That ain't no massage.
Right. $12.99.
That's bullshit right there.
So what you trying to say? So what you trying to say? I'm gonna charge only what they charge for a hamburger? Nope. I need another 9 up there.
They say you need a nine before the decimal.
I was like, look. Hey, Kel, it
What's
cost
up?
me more. It cost me more than that to turn on the electricity in the room.
Man, look.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. So, um, so today's conversation here, we're going to be talking about the Kyle Pitts evolution. This is kind of going back to what Mike has been talking about as Kyle Pitts, in which he said before the season started, y'all, that Kyle Pitts was going to be a catalyst for this offense.
I said it 2 years ago that Kyle
Hey,
Pitts is the key
Kev,
to this offense too.
Kev, you see how they do me? I do not
What?
provide. There's no freshly squeezed lemonade going on nowhere.
Freshly squoze lemonade.
No, it's absolutely not.
Minute Maid or natural? That's the question. Minute Maid or natural?
We don't
Water.
do the lemonade in the ass. We don't
No,
do that.
we do water. You get a bottle of water.
You bring your own lemons to chop up and put in the water.
Now, yeah, you can't bring no lemonade in here. It's too many things wrong with that.
Right. So pretty much one of the big stories going on right now in Falcon Land is Kyle Pitts, and very interesting, the criticism has gone away.
You mean to tell me there's no more keep that same energy?
It's no, like I said, we haven't heard a fuck Kyle Pitts storyline yet this season, even though he's literally put up just about the same amount of numbers around this time as he did last year. But
yes.
Whoa. I'm sorry. Did you say the word what I said? Did you say consistency?
yes, consistency, yes.
Oh wow.
Right. So as we already know, Kyle Pitts, I think got about, if I remember correctly, it's about 17 receptions. I haven't added it all up. There's like 17 receptions, close to about 180 to 200 yards. But it's very interesting to me that with those type of numbers, if this was last year, Kyle Pitts was considered one of the worst picks in Falcons history. But this year, a lot of things have kind of changed as far as the perception of him so far this season. So as I answered before I answer that, fellas, I want to get y'all thoughts on what y'all think about Kyle Pitts' role in 2025 and how he's performed in your eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna be disrespectful first. So you mean to tell me that he's put up the same numbers last year that he's putting up this year, but yet still last year he was the worst player on this team? You know what that lends me to believe? Y'all customers can't count. It ain't Kyle Pitts' fault. You just can't count. Because we told you to your face with numbers that he was on par with the tight ends in the league. So if he's on par,
this boy D Coleman want me to change this damn show to the KKK. Ain't that about it? He wants that shit so bad. I'm like, we assholes, but we ain't that brutal.
What put it like this: we're a-holes, but we're not hooded a-holes.
Exactly. But go ahead, Juan.
So if he's on par with what a tight end should be for the league, and he's possibly going to eclipse that this year, y'all can't count. And to keep that same energy pageant that y'all was running, yeah, I'm just gonna add something to it. At least get the numbers right if you're gonna keep that same energy. Don't tell me to keep that same energy when you can't count from 1 to 10. Okay, Pumpkin?
Oh wow. My thought on this, and this is kind of my thought on this, is I think this is the year where a lot of the people have stopped looking at Kyle Pitts as a Julio Jones replacement, which is your words, Juan, by the way.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think what it is a lot of people have stopped looking at Kyle Pitts as Julio Jones and started looking at Kyle Pitts as a tight end. This is
You
one
know
of
what?
the biggest, and this is one of the biggest things that we talked about in the off season is we have to we as much as Falcon fans love Julio Jones,
Ooh.
as much as Julio Jones is a beloved figure, Kyle Pitts is a tight end, not a wide receiver.
Now,
And the
Kev,
thing about
may I
go ahead,
interject for a minute?
go
And
ahead.
you know why that is, don't you? And Mike gonna like
So,
this. You know why that is, don't you? And I
explain
told
to the people.
somebody today that Panther game was the best blessing that we could have ever gotten for this team because once it exposed the entire wide receiver room, everybody understood what Kyle Pitt's position was and how important it was because of what he did when the receivers fell off.
Right.
He became a traditional tight end that not only commanded the blocking ability and drawing off coverage, but he also became a tight end where he made crucial plays and actually used his body the way we told you he was going to do in order to get open, make plays, and get a touchdown. So now, with the wide receiver room being exposed, it took the Julio Jones fantasy off of Kyle Pitts because it's like, oh man, Pitts was actually utilized as a tight end and it worked. So what did it say about the wide receivers?
Right.
Now they have to get better.
And I think what also helped too is the fact that all the wide receivers were dropping passes like a motherfucker. That also
That's the
helped too.
exposure. That's the exposure. Because think about it. All last season, Ray was catching it across the middle. Mooney would go up, sometimes go up the seam. Drake had his psycho moments. This year, all of that got exposed. And Kyle Pitts was what? Did he drop a ball? Nope. To this date, he hasn't dropped not one pass.
He was the constant.
Right. And what did we say? When you put players in their proper positions, you give them the opportunity to make plays and win.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, Southside Hill said last year with the same numbers at this time, Pitts was running through folks every game. And that's the point. That's the point that I do want to make too. A lot of people are looking at Kyle Pitts like, oh, his game has evolved. I mean, let me be honest with you. He's playing the same exact way he's been playing the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it may not have been as refined as it now, but he's basically nothing's really changed with him. Like you said, the issue that comes down to it is the fact that, like you said, I think a lot of us as fans that kind of like you said, got away from the Julio Jones expectation.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, just started looking at Kyle Pitts. Okay, you're a tight end, and you're being used as a tight end. Your blocking is, like you said, the blocking is been there.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Is it safe to say something I said last season by him being underutilized by Kirk Cousins? If you notice, if you notice, since him and Penix have been playing, he hasn't dropped the ball. He's made significant, crucial plays in the games to get us first downs and touchdowns. And it's amazing how I said this. I said, the reason why Kyle Pitts is not playing the way y'all want him to is because he's not getting the ball. We all said that. It's amazing how he now is a fan favorite when he's getting the ball from his quarterback. You can't get better. You can't get better or showcase your skill set if you're not being utilized.
Now, Keyshawn here said Jamar Chase is struggling over there in Cincinnati without Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the first year. 2022 Was it 2022 when Joe Burrow missed that whole season in Cincinnati?
Was it the?
Or was it
I
22
believe it
or
was
23?
the.
It was
I
22
think,
or 23
I think it might be 23.
It was
when
his
Joe
second
Burrow
year
missed.
there.
No, I'm talking about with with Jamar
Mm-hmm.
Chase and Joe Burrow. When Joe Burrow went down in Cincinnati, Jamar Chase barely clipped 1,000 yards as a wide receiver. When I say barely, we talking about 20 yards over 1,000.
And how did they utilize him after Joe went down?
He was the product of a quarterback that he was comfortable with.
There you go. It's called the quarterback receiver tandem. It's the same thing as Brady and Gronk. It's the same thing. I forgot who Drew Brees. Well, I think it might have been Drew Brees and Slant
Oh,
Thomas.
Jimmy Slant Thomas.
Thomas.
Yep.
It's the
Colton.
same thing as Matt
Also.
Ryan and Julio Jones. Every team has a tandem. It's the same thing as I think it was Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison Sr.
Mm-hmm.
The tandem is very important. What do you hear us say? A certain receiver is a quarterback security blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Penix has two. He has Bijan and he has Kyle Pitts. Those are his
Right.
security blankets.
Right.
So if you if the quarterback goes down, the offensive coordinator has to know how to make sure that he can pair that quarterback with a receiver. Kyle, now that's just like what is it? Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins had Ray McLeod. I hate to say it, that was his security blanket. When you break the tandem up, you got to make adjustments so that the receiver and the quarterback are comfortable with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So when the quarterback goes down, most times the receiver that's out front falls to the back because you break up that tandem. It's been all through NFL.
Makes sense.
Jerry Rice, and I can go on and on.
Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and Greg Jennings. Well,
Yeah.
Devontae Adams actually, but actually Aaron Rodgers had a hell of a lot of receivers.
Pat Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yeah. But Matt Cat Kilgore got a comment here saying Kyle has always been Kyle crazy talented. Defenses are playing the Falcons a little differently right now. So before we get to that comment, Mike, man, so in your eyes, how do you feel about Kyle Pitts and how he's played so far this season?
That's an interesting statement. How should I respond to that? How should I really respond to that?
Let's see what it says. Even last year, with a pre-injured Kirk, Pitts looked like a Pro Bowler, but then Kirk got hurt in the same game, and Pitts' numbers dropped because of that.
Now, Southside, that's correct. But what they did was that it worked for a small bit because remember, once Kirk, after he got hurt, he reverted back to his Minnesota mindset and he started closing out all of his receivers. So that kind of significantly dropped Kyle Pitts' numbers for that portion of the year. But yeah, you're right. But because why? Kirk is a veteran quarterback, and his tandem actually was Justin Jefferson. So he kind of understood how to get Pitts the ball, but he changed his mind and went to Ray. If you look at it,
because Ray was the most open guy on the field.
Right.
But go ahead, Mike. What you got? What you got? How you feel? How you feel about how Kyle Pitts is looking so far? Shout out to MBM.
Oh boy.
Keeping it real, love the content. Definitely appreciate that, man. Appreciate that love, man. So like I said, if you're new to the channel and you watching, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for the algorithm so we can push this thing out, man. So Mike, man, go ahead. Do your thing.
All right, so let me do something real quick.
He's all. He's all.
Not Thornbush. That Reverend Thornbush.
You probably wonder why I did that. That's my
No,
reaction to
no,
being
no,
right,
no,
goddamn.
no. You did the wrong way. You're supposed to do this.
He's all.
I never get tired of that drop kick. I never get tired of that drop kick, man. That drop kick. Boy, you take that podium out.
That's my reaction to being right. Again. I don't know how many times we don't say what this guy is. And Kyle Pitts, and forgive me right now, got a pork chop in my mouth. I'm eating pork chops, macaroni.
Yeah.
Also, I'm eating
Whole
sausage.
chop sets. Whole chops and sausages.
Snap.
You ain't gonna be
Alright.
worth a damn here about 2 hours.
Hey, look, I had 2 hamburgers, so I know.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I haven't eaten pretty much nothing all day, so yep, I'm fine sitting down and eating. But I'm not surprised at all. Y'all can go back and look at this type on my channel, Kyle Pitts, Mad Mike Sports. You'll see everything that I've said about Kyle Pitts, and I've said time and time again, I tell you people, he is a tight end. He always has been a tight end. Going back to college, he's not a receiver. He was never a receiver in college. He was a guy that just was bigger, more talented than a lot of the guys. And that's what it comes down to. That doesn't mean he's something that is. And that's the thing. I look at Julio Jones. I said Julio Jones for years. I said Julio Jones is nothing but a glorified tight end. Look at the route that he runs. He runs the same routes that a Travis Kelce would. He just so happened to be a 4-3 guy. That's it. Julio Jones, the same thing. So you just look at the routes that these guys. He's very physical. Kyle Pitts, a guy that's smaller than them. He's in there blocking defensive linemen, defensive tackle, defensive edge guys, defensive ends. Like he's doing all these things. And you just see the physicality in which he brings to the team. But like now, he's that emergency guy. If Drake them not having a good game, you see him having to step up and do his thing. So I'm not surprised by anything this Kyle Pitts. I love saying I told you so. I love it. Okay. So if y'all don't want to hear me say I told you so, unsubscribe. Because I'm going to tell you, I am going to gloat.
I mean, and you should.
Which means that if you find our content over here very offensive or you don't like it, like I said, unsubscribe because we do not fit the narrative for everybody.
Well,
Go over here. Hold on, let me say it like this. Our objective on this channel is to lose as many subscribers as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be honest with you, if you're offended, just get better.
What did it say? Don't be bitter, get better.
Better, yes. Don't be bitter, get better.
Mm-hmm.
Simply that. Do your homework. If you do your homework, it will take away your pain.
Right.
Don't be stupid for you. Listen to the smart people that try to warn you.
Yeah. You ain't worth shit, Mike. Like they say, Kyle is being who we drafted. He just needed a QB similar to Matt Ryan to distribute the ball.
And let me let y'all know something if y'all haven't paid attention. The fact of having Kyle block got him used to his body size. because he's not afraid to use his body size now. Before he didn't too much trust his body size. Him blocking, him drawing off coverage. Now he knows how to box people out. He knows how to mush off his defenders. Why? Because he's used to his body. Now he's a problem. And what he's gonna do, he's gonna force Mike Penix to become more detail oriented in his throws.
Hmm.
I'm telling you right now, if you want to know how to make your rookie quarterback better, we've seen it with Matt Ryan, your weapons around you make you better because they make you more detail oriented. Now you nitpick about what stuff. Oh, I know Kyle can go up and get it, but if I know he's on a certain defender and they're more aggressive, I'm going to put it to where Kyle can just knock him off of him, not to where he can get hurt. Or Drake. So he's now going to become, this season, he's going to become more detail oriented in his throws. Watch and see what I tell you. And if y'all have not seen, go watch dude on the QB school. He
JT
shows,
O'Sullivan.
yes, he shows exactly why Mike Penix is getting better. Because his weapons are demanding him to be more accurate, to be more particular. Trust, just keep watching. Keep watching. You're going to see it. And then Mike gonna be sitting up here talking about I told you so again.
Now Keyshawn got a very interesting comment here. And if y'all don't follow Keyshawn Vlad on X or Twitter, like you said, man, you definitely need to check him out. Like I said,
Yeah.
he's got daily articles as
Great
far as
article.
not just Falcons, but Hawks, Braves, just Atlanta sports in general. Like I said, if you look at the bottom, X just 6MK. If you follow me, it'll take you to the links, and we definitely share his share his article so people can read it. But he got an interesting comment here, and I want to ask y'all a question. He said Kyle Pitts is playing with a quarterback that most of the fan base likes. So that comment is very interesting to me because that actually was a question I wanted to ask y'all, actually. So, do you think that the Kyle Pitts vitriol was solely based on the quarterback that he played with?
I'll say 80-20. I'll say 80-20. 80% yes, 20% no. The reason being, the reason being, remember what was the fan base's expectations when we drafted him? He was drafted to be that pairing with Julio Jones. Okay. And Mike just said it. Those two played similar because it was like Julio played like a tight end, but he was a wide receiver. Okay. Now, what did we see from both Julio and Kyle that made them who they are? It was Matt Ryan, wasn't it?
Yep.
He had his Pro Bowl year when he played under Matt Ryan, right?
AKA Atlanta's greatest villain of all time.
Okay, follow me on this. Then his numbers fell to normal. They didn't fall off. They fell to normal under other quarterbacks, right?
Mariota, Desmond Riddle.
Right, and they had a problem with that. And then after he got injured, he had to get confident with himself, and he had to get confident with his body. Okay, so then we fast forward to Kirk Cousins. His numbers went up. It went up gradually, but it was still on par with all the tight ends in the league.
His numbers was the same with Kirk Cousins and Desmond Riddle. Yes, that's correct.
Now,
AKA, yeah, I gotta think about it. Think about where Juan's going with this. You literally went through 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks that Falcon fans hated.
Yes.
Right. Now, good. They're good. You're following me. Now what happened? We got to Kirk Cousins, and what happened? First part of the season, he was going where people wanted him to go, and then he fell off. Why? Because Kirk decided not to throw to him. The main point of this is we were spoiled off of what he could potentially be under a quarterback like Matt Ryan. When we didn't get that type of quarterback out of the quarterbacks that followed him, they blamed Pitts for not being that dude. And we tried to tell y'all he has had too many quarterbacks, so he hasn't had the ability to settle in. Now he's got Mike Penix. If he continues to play under Mike Penix, his numbers are going to increase dramatically. Why? Because he's going to settle in under one quarterback. Again, the pairing dynamic. Because each quarterback plays differently. No matter how good they are, they each play differently. Aaron Rodgers don't play like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning don't play like Matt Ryan, but they're all great in their own right. So the receivers are going to respond differently.
So Southside here said, yeah, like you said, 2022, 2023, he was dealing with that knee injury. Yeah, yeah, like you said,
Yes.
that knee injury was bothering him quite a bit. So like I said, this is really the first year that we're seeing a fully healthy Kyle Pitts. Um, like I said, like you said, it is not like he's really putting up like eye-popping numbers, but what it is you, and this is why I say this is where the difference in the offense is right now, is he's not used to be that deep threat, the guy that run that 20-yard flag route, seam post, guy you putting in the outside to run that go route. Like I said, they're using him on outs. They're sitting him in the zones and being one of the security blankets for Michael Penix, as what Juan just said. And like you said, you're seeing the Atlanta Falcons use him in the way that he should have been used from the get-go. And the way that he's being used right now is also credited to having a complete team of guys like a Bijan Robinson, like having Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Tyler Algier.
And I'm gonna say something else.
Go ahead.
With Kyle Pitts being in the traditional tight end position, you don't need him to be the deep threat. You can have a smaller deep threat to take it to a wide receiver to stretch the field, because Kyle Pitts is still that cue ball on the pool table. He's that white ball that scatters everything and makes room for other players to eat. So no matter if he's still in the traditional role, he's still doing it. That's just like, if you notice, and they broke down the offense, Charlie Warner is that blocking tight end for Bijan. He's that dude that cuts through all of the stuff when the defense is like to clutter up. Kyle Pitts is that offensive cue ball that spreads everybody out. So people like Drake, Mooney, Ray, you know what I'm saying? Even if you had like Chris Blair, he would open up lanes for those guys. So that takes heat off of him so he can actually flourish in his role now. That's why he's making catches like that on the seams and stuff. That's why he's able to get touchdowns. They're adjusting the offense to make sure each player's skill set helps the other person. So this is what y'all got to pay attention to. This is why we told you. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say Charlie Warner right now is essentially a fullback in his offense.
That's it. That's it. And I'm gonna tell you something else. If they choose to use Joshua Simon this season, he's gonna be implemented in further thinning out defenses. This is what y'all gotta understand. The evolution of this offense is now they're learning, okay, I can put Pitts over here. He's beneficial. We can use Bijan here. Bijan's catching out of the backfield. Tyler's catching out of the backfield. You didn't see that a couple years ago. So with Pitts being in that traditional tight end role now, he's really going to be a problem because the defenses don't know when they're going to utilize Pitts as a weapon. They don't know. So he's like an X factor, an X2 factor, actually.
And what's your favorite phrase that you like to use?
Pick your poison. It's straight pick your poison.
Bijan Robinson is leading this team in receiving yards by 1 yard over Drake London, but still.
Yeah.
But like you said, like MBM here said, a healthy Kyle Pitts gives defenses the shits. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
because now what happens is since like you said, since you're not technically taking him out of the play by running him deep, he becomes a bigger threat in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to ask Mike this question too, and I'm gonna let you eat on this. Is the threat of Bijan Robinson and what he has been so far, is has it also? Do you think that it also has contributed to this perfection form of Kyle Pitts right now? Really?
Did you just put your great grandpa up there?
Really?
I think Cam was gonna be ready for that
Really? You gonna put that sadistic ass smirk on my damn screen?
He looked like he
I knew he was gonna be ready for that one.
You gonna put that sadistic ass smirk on my damn screen?
Kev, you know what you need to do? All you got to do is put a hood on him,
Why
and he
you
look
think
like
I was so
Palpatine.
quiet, Cam? You know I was quiet. You should know I was ready for
I was waiting for something, but I ain't think you were gonna put that sadistic ass smirk on my damn screen, bro.
Kev, all you got to do is put a hood on him, and that's Palpatine right there.
That is my great grandfather, y'all. Just so y'all know. All right. So that German comment, he was German. All right. So that's why. I just
Oh
want to
my
throw
god,
that.
dude.
I want to throw that out there. But he does look like
that's the
Palpatine.
original
He does look
Palpatine.
like Palpatine.
That is straight Palpatine for your ass right there.
Yeah, so he does it.
That is straight
Palpatine.
that is straight Palpatine right there.
Oh my bad.
Trust me. If I put my great granddad up there, y'all would be like, "Oh, that looks just like him."
Southside said he looked like he invented the word shenanigans.
Yeah, my bad.
No. You know what that face says right there?
Look at that. This is a picture of the main character scenes before the horror movie starts.
Yeah. No. You know what that is, Kev? That's his grandpa's in it. I told you so. I told
you so.
Oh boy.
But like you said, the question. Go ahead, man. You remember the question?
Mm-hmm.
No, I was about to say the question is, with the Kyle Pitts evolution, do you think that the threat of Bijan Robinson is also contributing to this as well? Because that's another factor in this. With Bijan already I think he leads the league in all-purpose yards right now.
I think we're getting back to the true essence of football, and I love it. I love the fact we're using tight ends because, like, for me, for years, I always do two things when I'm running, when I'm playing man. I always go for a tight end. I have multiple tight ends, and I have a back that has the ability to come not only run the ball but catch the ball out of the backfield. Because I'll screen game the hell out you the entire thing. You think I'm gonna run it? I'll just screen game. I'll just throw a whole bunch of screens and throw it to the tight end. That's it. So I think it's getting back to the true essence of football. So I absolutely agree. The evolution of Bijan Robinson has an effect on Kyle Pitts. I believe it's stronger. I think the more that they continue to use Bijan the way that they use him, it's going to open up so much more for this offense. And like I said, it's going to be damn near unstoppable to try to contain both of those guys. Kyle Pitts, who's a matchup nightmare, as well as Bijan Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be scary.
And you make a good point, Mike, because you got to think about it. Success is contagious. So basically, if Bijan's having a good, good time.
Shut the hell up. He talking about Mike Call playing like Mike Bobo.
You know what? You just being messy.
In your life.
but yeah, and then you got to think about it.
Like that.
And then you got to think about it. Tyler Algier is gonna follow in behind Bijan. And then if you saw what Kyle did, right? Kyle went into the end zone and did the Super Saiyan. Guess what happened? Drake come right behind him, doing the same thing. You get to see Psycho Drake. So all them guys feed off each other.
But
Like
it's very interesting. Go ahead. My bad.
Like nobody, and when I was looking at the film, nobody expected Charlie Warner to just say, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm just gonna take the role of the fullback." Nobody expected that. Nobody expected that, but Zach see it work. Okay, they're gonna keep implementing.
But I just had it and I just lost it. I just had it and I just lost it.
I lost
Damn it, man. I lost it.
Tell me I lost it.
I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't find where the hell of my thought has gone. I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay, I got it now. Now, shout out to Jew for one of the recent videos he put out when he said keep the young core together, in which he named Bijan, Tyler, Kyle, Drake, Penix on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as we already know, Kyle Pitts, like you say, this is his 5th-year option year, so he's looking for a deal. But he's up for a contract after this season. Drake London's looking for a contract signed after next year, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
You have a Bijan Robinson, you have a Tyler Algier, and you have Michael Penix, who you ain't got to worry about for the next 4 years. How crucial do you think it would be important for this offensive core of young guys? Because Kyle Pitts is still considered a young guy, even though he's been in this league for about 4 or 5 years. He's still about the same age as all the other guys. How important for this Falcons team for the next few years that, in your opinion, to keep that nucleus together? Do you think they're going to try to convince Kyle Pitts to maybe take a little bit off of what he might add? Do you think Kyle Pitts maybe one of those guys that may take less to stay? Like you said, how important is it for them to keep this kind of young core together by any means necessary? In y'all's opinion?
It's very important. And I'm gonna say this. I know Terry's not necessarily now the money guy, but you get somebody like Terry to sit him down and say, "Hey, look, we doing A, B, C, and D," because if your quarterback has already stated he wants multiple Super Bowl championships, and you see that you now have a core of young guys that's actually feeding off each other, that's got chemistry, and all they're doing now is getting ready to just go to work. You want that for your quarterback. So it's smart to keep them together, whatever you got to do, because you got to think about it. Now, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but what nucleus did Matt Ryan have when he came in the league? Who were the guys that helped him besides Mud Duck? Who were the guys that kind of helped his career blossom? In terms of our weapons.
I mean,
Let me see.
besides the weapons, I think it was the coaching staff that they had in place.
Okay.
You had guys like Greg Knapp, who's been one of the R.I.P. to Mr. Knapp, but he was one of the greatest quarterback coaches. You know, he helped develop some legends, and I'm talking about legends from Elway, going down there to Steve Young. He was with Mike Vick. Like he's been the center of attention for a lot of a lot of quarterbacks and West Coast offense. So he's always been one of those guys. So it starts with the coaching staff, but like Mike had, guys like Mike Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think in the beginning too. I'm not sure about Joe Home, but I think I'm on, but I don't think Matt was with it. But I do know for the dudes like obviously
If
whew, Mike
if
Smith
I
had a lot of guys. It was like I said, it's a lot of guys that you won't necessarily think that are superstar players, but he had a lot of veterans that's been in the league that was able to teach him it's small intricate details of football, the one that we preach all the time.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like what you had. I think you had Michael Jenkins. You had Mike. I think you had Michael Turner at that time. What was it? Roddy White.
but but Roddy White was
Mhm.
still a young player at that
Yeah,
time, so
yeah.
it was like Mud Duck.
Mm-hmm.
You had
A
like
guy like I think
I'm
Keenan
trying to
Ford
think.
was there.
Yeah,
Keenan
Not
Forney
yeah,
was
yeah. Keenan
there.
Porter. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Was Kyle Weiner still there? Kyle Weiner. I'm trying to think. Was he still there?
was it
I doubt he
Claybo?
was.
Was it Claybo
I
or
know. I
Clyde?
know Claybo. I know Claybo was there, but I think Claybo was a young guy around that time
Yeah.
too. But like I said, the thing also too, a lot of people don't talk about the vet. They had a lot of veterans on their
Mhm.
defense too.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And see what y'all don't understand about veterans on defense. Even though they don't play in the offensive part of the team, they school Matt Ryan on what looks that he might be getting from the opposing defense. Defensive players know defensive players, so they know they can tell a quarterback what to look for, the little nuances. If y'all ever seen any given Sunday, that one offensive lineman taught Willie Beeman, like if you see the white, if you see his knuckles white, he's leaning forward, he's getting ready to blitz. He said if you don't see his hands, if you see his hands back, he said then that he's basically waiting to tackle. He was able to tell Willie how to predict what was going to happen from the defense. They do
Okay.
the same thing.
Okay. So he had guys like Claybo, Blaylock, Harvey Dahl, Wayne Gandy is one of those guys that was like,
That's the one I was trying to
yeah,
remember. I remember
yeah, it
Wayne
was
Gandy.
Wayne
Yeah.
Gandy. We ended up bringing him in. Like I said, Turner, Snelly, Norwood, Todd Weiner was young on there. Guys like Eric Coleman, who was on the defensive side of the ball. He was one of Brian Finnery. He was another
Mm-hmm.
one, the guy that was kind of ending his tenure with the Atlanta Falcons, but he was there. Guy like Justin Peel, who played with some pretty good quarterbacks himself. Marcus Pollard is another one of those guys. Like they had a lot of, like I said, it was veteran players, not a lot of superstar players, but these guys were very good at the little small things, blocking, knowing how to use the footwork, understanding their role in the offense. Like that's why you put those types of guys around it. It's not always about bringing in the best players or the most talented players. You bring those guys in so they can teach the small intricate details of football. That'll help a quarterback and shaping his mentality.
Mm-hmm.
That,
And
that
that
makes a
and
lot of sense.
that goes to saying why we need to keep that core together, because they feed off of each other, but they also give Mike some instances on what they see from defenses too, because they've been in the league longer. So they tell Mike how to do what's what, as well as telling him, hey man, this is where I want the ball. Because you got to think about it. There have been some teams, and y'all fellas back me up in it. There have been some teams where the quarterback and some of the weapons have gotten together and made up their own plays, and it was like, what? Mahomes does it all the time. He get with his guys and they come up with a play that the defense ain't expecting at all, and it's poetry in motion.
That is facts. That is definitely facts. And I'm about to say too, as y'all watching, be sure to go ahead and leave your questions in the comment section too. Um, like you said, so once we get to this Q&A part of the show, we definitely start answering some of your questions. Like I said, right now, for those that are just now tuning in, we're just having a discussion on the Kyle Pitts and how his role has been on this team so far. And I want to get to the last part of this is it looks like the criticism, and I said it earlier, it looks like the criticism for him has been gone. It's very interesting that he's put up the same numbers around this time the last couple of years, but he's not getting the same type of criticism as he did in the last previous couple of years. Why do y'all think that is?
You want me to say it?
Do you think?
Because the focus in the media is not Kyle Pitts. It's what Michael Penix is doing. Oh, yes. I've heard ESPN. I've heard you media-driven content creators out there. I won't name no names. But yeah, how they talking about, well, we don't know what Penix is, and we gotta wait and see because he's had a couple of inconsistent games due to coaching. See, nobody wants to blame the coaches for the quarterback not performing the way they think he should, but not understanding the quarterback don't come up with his own plays, and he, especially a rookie, don't have that long stretch of permission to just call what he wants to call. See, he ain't got there yet. You got to earn that. But it's the media driven because now everybody's eyes is focused on what's Penix going to do. They know what Kyle can do. They know what Bijan can do. They know what Tyler, Drake, Mooney, and Ray can do. They want to know what Penix is going to do. So Kyle is falling back.
So what you're telling me is they were never mad at Kyle Pitts. They were mad at the quarterbacks that threw him the football.
That part. See, again, that loss to the Panthers shook the entire team to its core, and it exposed every problem we had in that game. And it forced people to
realize this football. It just made them realize that football is a developmental issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that a lot of fans don't want to admit that it's a process. They think, guys like Matt Ryan just jump out the gate playing a certain way, and that's just so far from the truth. Matt Ryan went through a process where they said he couldn't even win a single playoff game. You know what I'm saying? He can put up a bunch of same thing for Peyton Manning. They said the same thing. They said Drew Brees couldn't stay healthy because of his shoulder. It was so many other things. A lot of people, believe it or not, even with Tom Brady, they didn't think he could lead a team without, one, cheating, but two, without getting they like he always had a great special teams because a lot of their team, a lot of the games that they won and certain things was always at Foxborough. So, and it's freezing up there. So they will win games like 6-7, 10-6 and stuff, like 10-7 and stuff. They won a lot of games like that. So it was always some sort of a if with those guys. And like when Falcons fans realize, like, damn, it is a process. You mean Drake is struggling? You mean Bijan Robinson fumbling the ball? He got fumbling issues. All these things are getting, back, bring them back to life and bringing them back to reality. Like, this is a part of football. Struggles are a part of football.
Yeah. I mean, look at Derrick Henry. Mind you now, look at it. Those are the top 3 running backs in the league. And Derrick Henry literally came to a screeching halt. He had the fumbles.
Chink in his armor. He's always had that chink in his armor, but they're finally exploiting it now. He
Yeah.
had a weakness.
Derrick Henry
Yeah.
don't like playing frustrated. Bijan Robinson, when he's not really focused on the game, he has drops and fumbles. But when he's locked in, he's locked in. He that man like instant transmission. He's locked in.
Hmm. We got a comment right here. It says, because he's producing one bad week and this fan base will turn on him. Sad but true.
Yeah.
And all honestly, and I think that's what a lot of Falcons fans are waiting on.
They waiting on it. Yep.
They're waiting
Mhm.
on that bad week that he has to the pretty much kind of put him in his place as to why they were upset. So, like you said,
Mhm.
just to be kind of big, just to be expecting of that, y'all gonna see that. It is what it is. But like you said, as of right now, like you said, Kyle Pitts is kind of a fan favorite, which I never thought in the world I would see that again. But
Mhm.
as of right now, let me see. And Southside here says, as Falcon fans seem to forget other teams have players also making millions of dollars looking to stop our players.
Right. But even more so than that, Southside, look around the league, and I'm gonna say this right now. Look around the league. We are damn fortunate because you got teams losing quarterbacks. You got one team, the Ravens, and damn near lost a third of their team with injuries. You got guys that's not happy where they at. You got guys that's retiring after 2-3 games this season because they just tired of the organization. You got a lot of BS. So if all we got are development woes right now and coaches needing to realize that they don't know what the fuck they doing, we're in a good spot. We're in a
Right.
very good spot.
Exactly. And I think that spot right now is it, like you said, it's very promising. Um, Once we get to this Monday night football game with Buffalo, like you said, we're gonna be in the meat and potatoes of our schedule. So
Mm-hmm.
um we're definitely going to be tested these next few weeks. And like you said, man, we just going to be expecting the best. We're going to be expecting, like you said, more of the evolution of the offense in itself. Because I think they said this is the first time we don't. I mean, this is outside of the Carolina Panther game last year. I think this is the second time we have scored more than 30 points in the last 2 to 3 years
Mm-hmm.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I know it's been less than 5 times in the last 2 years.
If And I'm gonna say this for all y'all that's where, like I said, I'm still wary of the games that we have coming forward. But if the Falcons play Falcon football, if the offense plays their way, if the defense plays the way they're built, you not other teams got something to worry about because we got the advantage. We have too much to stop on offense, and if we're aggressive enough to stay on your neck on defense, your team got to make some hellified adjustments.
Exactly.
That's our biggest problem. We just got to play our football. Got to play it our way. We play it our way, we'll be fine.
And I think that's definitely where they're going at right now. Like you said, we done went through this game with it. Like you said, this is where I definitely want to see this Buffalo game. I'll definitely want to see if they're going to continue relying on that run game, and letting the offense flow from there because when we're running the ball very well, like I said, it seems like this offense is a lot more. It seems like it functions a lot better when we're using the run game. Now, like you said, now week one, Tampa knew that and they geared towards that.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to rely on the pass. Minnesota tried to take away the pass, but they gave up the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina don't know what that was just a we just gonna we just gonna shit the bed type of game. We don't even really care game. And like you said, this Washington game, like you said, it was a little bit more of a balance. Like you said, Michael Penix had over 300 passing yards on 26 attempts.
Remember this. Every team that plays us, every team that we beat, the last play that we utilize is the first play they're going to be expecting in the next game. Always remember
Right.
that. So if we're playing to our DNA and we're coming out with the run game, guess what happens? Their defense has to figure out who's going to get what. And as long as we keep it unpredictable, we'll win these games.
Right. So I'm about to say, man, so
I got something for y'all.
what you got, Mike? What you got?
This is mighty interesting. This is being reported by quite a few people, including Adam Schefter, saying by a 7-0 vote, the Nevada Supreme Court rejected the NFL's petition to rehear its decision granted John Gruden discovery in his lawsuit against Roger Goodell and the NFL on leaked emails. So basically what that means is the NFL is about to get sued out of their fucking mind because somebody snitched on them and leaked John Gruden's emails and kind of if you will, I want to say the right word, but just to be, so somebody snitched on them.
A whistleblower.
Somebody basically snitched on him about what the reputation was and his private conversations, and you can't leak somebody's emails, their private emails, despite what they've said. So yeah, the NFL, Roger Goodell. So what's going to happen? The news story is going to be out on this, and we're about to get somebody get called out for snitching on John Gruden. The NFL is going to do they're going to do one thing, grant him to be a head coach in the NFL again, and on top of it, he's going to be paid some big time money.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
They got it. They got to restore him. And guess what? He's going to go to the team of his choice.
So somebody snitched on him as a whistleblower, Kev, and he's about to take the NFL to court.
Also, that has reverberations throughout the NFL. Because remember now, we don't know what's in them emails. It could have been about anybody or anything. And you know the NFL. Whatever happened on one end, they try to recoup their money and their reputation on the other end.
So based on that logic right there, who's going to be the one to get fucked up because of it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, you won't see the effects of that until you get into the playoffs.
So what you trying to say is that them playoff checks about to be zero check. They about to be playing the playoffs for free.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. When a business loses money on the front end, they recouping on the back end. Watch these officials going forward. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch some of these calls and some of these games going forward. Watch some of this is going down right now, this playoff picture gonna look real interesting. It's not gonna look normal. It's not gonna be typical teams. I'm gonna tell you, watch these calls. to some of these games. Because you got to think about it. Look where look where the NFL is at right now. The NFL is in what, 5 different countries we're gonna be playing.
Yeah.
So you got about what? You got 32 teams. Then I think that's like what? Probably like 16 countries will host a game. So you got 16 other areas on the globe that's gonna be markets for the NFL. Trust me. Them games now just became more valuable. Because they're gonna try to make all the money they can off of them games to recoup what they're gonna lose dealing with group.
So basically what's gonna end up happening is gonna be a lot more sponsors and a lot more ads and a lot more this and that. If the case that this lawsuit comes in the way. It's gonna be a lot of commercial breaks. I'm just gonna tell you that now, because like you said, they and it might be some price hikes that could possibly happen. Like you said, I know Keisha asked about would it affect the salary cap.
No,
I
Salary
don't.
cap is
no,
salary cap has
I,
the thing to do with the TV contracts. That's separate
yeah,
from it.
yeah.
yeah.
What you're gonna see is this. It won't affect the salary cap. Actually, it's going to improve the salary cap because what happens is they're going to hype up all of the games overseas now. Like the game that the Falcons are playing, I think is in Berlin. That's going to be hyped up. All of the games that they're going to play out of this country, especially in this climate, are going to be overly hyped. So that means they're going to try to get everybody, as much people to watch those games out of the United States as possible because that's more money.
In layman's terms, what Warren is saying, y'all gonna be able to get more opportunity to get bundles and with a lot of these apps and stuff like that, you're gonna see more of those to try to sell more and get more people to watch. So that's basically what he mean by that. They're just gonna the promotion for it is just gonna go through the roof.
Oh yeah. NFL Plus, Hulu, even the Falcons app. They gonna push because everybody want to get a piece of it.
Yeah, man. So like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all put y'all questions here, man. Y'all can go ahead and start asking some questions, man. We got about 15 more minutes. Definitely want to get y'all opportunity to, get a chance to watch Thursday night football because I don't want this thing to interrupt the Thursday night football game for everybody. So
Yeah.
let y'all go ahead and start asking some questions. So while we at it, like you said, man, if you get an opportunity, as you look at the bottom of the screen, like I said, you can subscribe to the channel, 6MK Live. We on X at just 6MK, IG 6MK Live. You want to help a brother out, hit the Cash App, $6Man K Styles. You want to show some love to the channel. And all the proceedings go straight to the channel and straight to the platform of the Unholy Alliance. So pretty much everybody's asking, who we got for the game tonight? Because I think it is the Chargers and the 49ers. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that game?
I'm going for the Chargers. I'm going for the Chargers.
Well, go explain to the people why you going for the Chargers.
It's the same thing Mike says repeatedly. Kyle Shanahan ain't learned. And if you watch the 49ers games, some of them have been sloppy. Some of them have been sloppy. And I just feel it's gonna be another one of them sloppy games. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers, man. I'm going with the Chargers.
Oh, it's the Rams and the 49ers. I thought it was
Oh,
the
Rams,
Chargers.
man.
Never mind.
Ram-
Okay, my bad. Y'all
No, but
sure?
yeah, it's the Rams.
Okay, okay, my bad, my
okay,
bad, my bad.
oh,
But
okay,
Brock Purdy is
I'm about to
not
say, yeah,
playing. Brock
yeah,
Purdy is
he
not the
ain't,
starter. So
yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. So it's
No,
they
no,
ain't
no,
been
no,
playing.
no, no, no. You know what? I got it confused with the. I think they said the. Hold on, I done got some. I got some damn game confused. Okay, my bad, my bad. So Rams 49ers. Yeah, it'll be the Rams.
Yeah,
I expect the
I'm
Rams to
definitely
it's
win.
going for the
the LA
Rams.
part. The LA always get me down.
It always throw me okay. Somebody said LA, because I'm like, okay, so I'm not confused. Okay,
Joy
Rams,
Murphy said
Chargers.
it's a division game tonight. Oh, it's definitely gonna
Okay.
be sloppy.
It's that it's gonna be booty butt nasty tonight.
Say I got Rams 49ers got like 100 injuries. Yeah, this is why I
They
keep
got a
telling
lot of
y'all.
injuries. I don't know what's going on with Taylor. I think their system is set up just
Oh,
to do enough to get those guys playing, and they don't really do
oh,
preventable.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
why
know,
they always hurt.
but this begs to development too, because what these young players nowadays don't have on their side that these older players did. A lot of your older players back in the day when we were kids, they had some serious conditioning regimens.
right,
These the conditioning regimens that people like Reggie White, LT, you know what I'm saying? Them guys that had the regiments was serious to where their bodies were tough enough to take the punishment. These guys
right.
now, a lot of them don't have, they got more ligament injuries as anything. Back in the day, it wasn't so much the ligaments, you was worried about broken bones. And I ain't talking about fractures, I'm talking about actually leg snap to the side type stuff.
So let me ask you a question on that. So do you think, and like you say, this is kind of going around all sports and stuff like that. Do you think with them kind of scaling back on a lot of the major practices and being more focused on the walkthroughs? Do you think that that played a part in that? I'm just asking you that one because that's kind of more so of your
Yeah.
expertise.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Kev, you remember we was kids, we played outside, we rode bikes without helmets and all this kind of other stuff. And then the kids coming up, you notice the kids would wear helmets, but they would break bones more easily.
Yeah,
A lot of times they say the more you are outside, the more you play, you pounding the ground like that, running around, falling down, and being outside made your bones stronger. So, in a sense, it's the same parallel with what you said, the walkthroughs and all that kind of stuff. Stuff like that, getting them guys out there, having them conditioning regiments, makes them take the abuse that they're taking now because everybody's faster. Some people are bigger. It makes your body tougher. It makes you mentally tougher. You don't have you players didn't quit back then. They played to the death. That's how they played. They played until their body gave out. These players don't have that now. Technology that made them soft.
mm,
I'm gonna be honest with you, it made them soft.
right.
I challenge y'all to do this. I'm gonna give y'all some homework. Go back and look at some of the most devastating hit highlights in NFL history. And when you see the way they were hit, when you got hit, wasn't nobody laying on your knee. They was knocking you into the air. I've literally seen a helicopter, a running back got hit by two different linemen and spun him around in the air horizontally. He landed on his chest and got right back up. That would have killed somebody today.
Drake Murphy here got a question. He says, "Will we have enough money to pay Drake London and Kyle Pitts next year?"
We should. Don't it depend too on what we get off the books with Kirk? I know that's part of it.
Uh,
Um, Go ahead, Mike. Mike. I have no idea about this. I'll let you go ahead and eat on
well, the problem is you have money.
that.
The money is gonna stay the same around 280 million, 290. So it's going to be $300 million in a couple of years anyway far as the team salary cap, because they're making a lot of money around the league. The Falcons are top five in the top earning franchises in the league. So the Falcons will be fine as far as the salary cap. More you got other teams like the Atlanta Falcons, they get more leeway in that regard. As far as the salary cap is concerned, because they are one of the top earning teams in the NFL. So they'll get a little more leeway. Um, as far as that is concerned, them be able to get away with certain things. But the Falcons have guys like Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts. You got guys like you got safety. I mean, whether you guys like it or not, they already priming Xavier Watts to be the replacement for Jesse Bates. You got next year with Grady Jarrett and his contract. His contract is going to be up. Not contract, but his dead cap for cutting him is going to take effect next year. You got Caden Ellis, who could quite possibly be looking for a pay a new contract as well. You got Leonard Floyd, depending on what he wants to do, he could be back or he could be gone. Um, we got I know for sure that Diablo will be back next year. The Falcons got a lot of players to it, so I'm not gonna say yes and I'm not gonna say no, but I would say this definitely: do not get attached to these players offensively. The Tyler
No.
Algiers don't get because one guy that nobody's paying attention to and his potential contract, that dude about to get paid, and that's the left guard. The dude he's one of the best left guards and he's young too, and you do not want to like even think about allowing him go. So he is on a 4-year deal because I think we got him in the second round. So Bergeron is about to get paid. So this is next year. So we got about 2 more years for Bergeron. Around the time that I believe Drake is going to get paid. So we got to get Bergeron. We got to get Bergeron paid, and we got to get Drake paid around the same time. So Falcons ain't got time to be sitting up here picking and choosing about which guy. They already know. You got to take care of the stars, like you said. If y'all want to go check that video out, go to Jude channel. He goes to explain. You take care of the guys that's right here. And I'm telling you right now, Bijan is going to break the fucking internet with his contract. It just prepare for it. Drake gonna get whatever left over, okay? It's Bijan's team.
Yeah. So really the question should be is even like you said, even when we talk about Kyle Pitts, is Bijan Robinson more of a priority than those two? That's
Right
the
now,
question that you'll have to ask.
right now, yeah, he's the face of the team.
Bijan
Yeah.
gonna be Bijan. Look, this is Bijan and Mike's team. Drake gonna get whatever left. Kyle Pitts is gonna get a favorable contract. But this is Bijan and this is Mike's team. Period. Point blank. So don't get look. Prepare to see Mike. Prepare to see Bijan. That's what I do know for sure. Prepare for Bergeron to be here. Prepare for Linton to be here. But everybody else is up in the air.
It could be
I
a
love Drake,
possibility.
but I love Drake, but this is Bijan's thing.
Look, it could be a possibility where they choose Kyle over Drake and Drake becomes a trade asset.
Yes.
Well,
There's a possibility.
I'm leaning that way myself. I'm leaning that way myself because right now they've understood and they will understand at the end of this season whether we go to the playoffs or not. Our run game is the bread and butter. I hate to say it like that. This is not an Air 18.
Mhm. Think about Michael Penix got 300 yards on 26 pass attempts.
Yeah.
That is the potential of this offense. You can get a 300-yard game off of anywhere between 26 to 29 pass attempts.
And,
Yeah.
here's what's funny. The only reason why he has an interception in this game is because he threw it a little too low. Had that ball been higher, that probably would have been a touchdown pass.
Mm-hmm. Southside said, "Who's y'all favorite college quarterback to watch right now?" Mine is from Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia. I'm gonna be biased with mine. It's gonna be Haynes King. I'm a scare your ass type of motherfucker.
I don't give
Like
a
I said,
damn about no damn quarterback in college because mine's shit. Okay, so I'm gonna say Haynes King. Fuck all of them.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna keep it with Haynes King. Um, yeah, like I said, pretty much all of it. Like, ain't nobody, if you really look at the landscape of the college quarterback right now, all the big names ain't standing out for shit.
Because they run this punk ass, stupid ass read and throw the ball down the field 15 times offense. Like you're not teaching guys how
don't
to
worry.
actually be a quarterback.
Don't worry. When like you said, the NFL getting back to that ground and pound game. Don't worry, college ain't far behind.
Right.
College ain't far behind.
Dumbass. You see how Caleb, Cam Ward, he looked like shit, just like we said he was gonna look like shit.
Oh, bro, they having massive migraines in Tennessee over that young man. It's not looking too good.
And speaking of quarterbacks, he said, "Who y'all think the Cincinnati Bengals need to go get at quarterback? Because Browning is not it. Jamar Chase is frustrated because they can only score 3 points. They're gonna have to deal with it, nigga. 90% of your money is tied to 3 offensive players. They ain't gonna be able to afford no damn trade.
Hold on. I want to
That
go up
I
a minute.
know of. Go ahead.
Didn't I tell y'all that signing them 2 guys, dealing with Hendrickson and Burrow, didn't I tell y'all that was going? Didn't I look when y'all was trying to get Hendrickson to come here and swallow up what little bit of money we had left? I told y'all when he's not coming here, he's going right back. Cincinnati got to learn the hard way. Your team is top heavy. You paid you paid the entire gambit of money on a
Don't blame that bullshit on no goddamn coach. Cam is fucking trash.
Cam,
I'm gonna blame him. Like, don't start that bullshit. Oh Lord, every time a player play like ass, you want to say it's the coach fault. No, he's just fucking ass.
He really was not that impressive.
He wasn't in college.
Again, y'all let the media give you your takes. They hyped up Cam Ward.
Ain't nobody tell him to throw that bullshit and stand there like a fucking. You know what I was about to say something. Hey, look,
I'm gonna tell you what they wanted Cam Ward to be.
Damn dumb. Look, he look like a fish out of damn water. Okay, look, let's stop blaming that on damn.
What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? He a Magikarp out there.
But he a damn Magikarp out. He up here getting sacked 8 times in the game, but you got legs. That ain't no damn coach fault.
Hey, Kev. What's up? Yeah. They wanted Cam Ward to be another CJ Stroud. That's what they wanted. They thought and they wanted Cam Ward to be another CJ Stroud, where he come into the league first as a rookie, light everything up before people get tape on him, and then fade into obscurity. And Cam faded before he even got seen.
That's wild.
Yeah. Go back and look at CJ Stroud when he first got here. CJ was doing this
bullshit. Him get sacked 6 times. Motherfucker, you got legs. You supposed to run, nigga, run. Like, don't blame that bullshit on no. Look, what Cam Newton used to do. He the same size as Cam Newton. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Ain't nobody tell your big dumb ass to stand there and get sacked 20 damn times.
Well, he tried to stay in. He tried to stay in the pocket. That ain't his game right now.
It's not. It's like he's trying to prove that he's a pocket quarterback. Motherfucker, prove that you're you. It's okay for a quarterback to be able to move, stand in the pocket, do all that.
That's the way the league is going. You gonna have running game with movable quarterbacks. That's it.
You stand in the pocket when you need to stay in the pocket. You don't stay in the pocket just to be fucking stupid, okay? Tom Brady didn't stand in the pocket because he was trying to prove a point. The motherfucker can't run, so he couldn't do nothing but damn stand there, okay? But if you can run. Use all of your assets. Don't just buy into this. And this is the problem that I have with Ross Stupid, is because he wanted to just keep just a vision of what he want the quarterback to look like instead of letting Mike move in the pocket. Let him move left, let him move right, but give him the freedom to be able to move when he wants to. You ruin the guy's mentality when you say, all right, this is what I want you to focus on, and that's it. No, you look at what he does and you have a game plan to help that. And that's all.
Did you just call that man Ross stupid?
Yeah.
He called him Ross.
Your ass got real quiet, you son of a bitch. You done pulled God damn. I knew his ass was quiet for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck is so quiet for?
And people, and people, I'm going to let you know what that is. That is the Raheem Mumbo.
I wasn't ready for that. God damn.
That's what your ass get for putting that shit of your Palpatine ass shit up early.
You know what? You know what, Cam? That looked like the nigga peacock dance.
That was for the hotel niggas. That wasn't for you, Cam. I was trying to prove the hotel niggas that I'm not all nigga. That's all I was trying to prove. Bruh, look, I like that thing, man. That goes with my song. Damn, that shit fucked me up. Okay.
You know what? I kept thinking he was gonna smash his face into something.
I thought he was trying to smash his face into something. What the hell?
Oh my god, yeah. Little people talking about what the fuck was that?
No, hey Mike, you know what? Next time,
like a head of a snake. Goddamn it!
Cam, the next time you do that, you gotta have a little Petrie end it off.
Damn.
Y'all want to see that again?
Yeah. Do it together. Go.
Hold on. Do the people want to see that one more time?
He said, "What in the South African drum circle?" Yeah, let's do the nigga peacock, the real nigga peacock,
the real nigga peacock.
What in the fuck? What the hell? Oh my god! I wasn't ready for that shit. That took me all the way out.
But that man looked like a throbbing keloid, nigga. That's what.
Wait, no. You know what he looked like? He drank that cola and looked like a dancing semicolon.
Oh my god. That man looked like smoked out lungs, nigga. What are we talking about?
Hey, that he looked like if blunts could talk. I don't know
Oh
what he
man.
put. I don't know what they put in that Coca-Cola, boy, man.
Hey, little Dre said, he said, damn, that soda must have been mighty good for him to be dancing like
Damn, boy.
that.
He got that real.
Oh, shit.
He got that real Coca-Cola from the 60s.
That nigga got the Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, right? Oh man.
Oh man. Oh man. So we about to go ahead and get up on out of here, y'all, man. He said every time we win, you should play. Hey man, we about to get up on out of here, y'all, man. Like I said, bro.
Oh,
We got the Thursday night football game coming up soon. Like I said, man. Juan, what you got planned for the end game tomorrow?
man, look, ain't no telling. We just probably, we may talk about Buffalo, or
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure some foolishness will pop up between today and tomorrow. So, look, man, make sure you guys, stay tuned for the, end game. Also, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Check out Mr. Tactician 78 on YouTube. I'll be putting up some
Oh
shorts.
Lord.
I might put that short up and just be singing behind it. You never know.
He's out!
Oh, boy.
And you know what, Kel?
What's up?
You know what that's brought to you by?
I'm a
Bye.
real nigga.
All right, we getting up on out of here, y'all, man. Like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all go. No combination of those three videos alone it just made my chest hurt.
Concerning.
until next time, people, man, we here to play.
No, don't.
We here to stay.
Oh, yeah. Keyshawn, fuck you.
You ain't gotta go home.
But keep that same energy by Kyle Pitts.
And guess what? That was Exhibit A. So clip that. We out.
Later.
Public service announcement. The enemy closest to you will never show their true colors.